Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another Week in Esports. I'm your host, Lubu, and this is your Week in Esports. You stare into the void, and the void stares back at you, and you know what it says? It says your parents didn't really love you. But it also says esports, and that's what we're going to talk about. And the first thing we're going to talk about is League of Legends. League of Legends this past week, we had really great matches, really fantastic matches. Korea mostly, you know, ironic. Out of Korea, we saw KT Rolster put on a match against Griffin that really was probably the best KT Rolster we've seen in 3 or 4 years. They were amazing. The comebacks were amazing. The playmaking, the macro, the fucking realm warps, all of it was really fantastic. And if you haven't watched that match, you need to watch that match, because that is what good League of Legends should look like. That's what pro League of Legends should look like. It should not look like a bunch of people playing grab ass in North America, but it happens. North American LCS wasn't that bad this week, but that's relative to the rest of North American LCS. We saw TSM finally jump over the hurdle that is Clutch Gaming, which had eluded them for so long. Saw great matches out of 100 Thieves. We saw a CLG match that happened. You can watch that, you know, if you really want to. Ooh, CLG. But man, some really good matches. Sneaky's back out there with half of the replacements and half of the OG team. And it's just, you know, we're seeing some stuff change in North America. But if you want to watch pro League of Legends, I still say you watch China or Korea right now. You can even watch EU, because EU wasn't too bad. But, you know, relative to the rest of the world, it's still not great here. But League of Legends continues to evolve, and we will keep up with it as it happens. In Overwatch League, we are at the finals for the first season. It only took a year. We're at the fucking finals, right? We're at the finals. It's London Spitfire versus the Philadelphia Assholes. And it's gonna be a great match. London will hopefully win, and then we, you know, can ignore the fact that Philly exists for a few more years. The Spitfire are looking fantastic. Philly's looking fantastic. Honestly, were both 5th and 6th seeds going into the tournament, and they stomped the dog shit out of everybody they came across. They even took down NYXL. Thank God New York does not need another accolade. And they are playing some really amazing Overwatch League. You can watch the matches next Friday, possibly next Saturday if they go that long. But also, if you're local in Atlanta or, you know, whatnot, you can come up to Battle and Brew on Friday, watch it there, watch it Saturday if they have the Saturday matches, and have a beer and eat some food. So that's a good thing. Shameless plug. Moving on to other tournaments in Fortnite. Fortnite Battle Royale is having a couple issues. First and foremost is this whole Keemstar thing. Keemstar, if you don't know, is a pile of goose shit given sentience, and then he has a YouTube channel, and you know, good for him. But he also runs these Friday tournaments with a bunch of YouTubers I don't know on Fridays, and he had a tournament, and he was like, these are Keemstar's Friday tournaments, and these are my people, and I want to have a tournament, and these guys are my people. And then Epic was like, hey, fuckface, our tournament's going to be on Friday because that's the peak day, that's the primo day for tournaments. Why are we going to give the primo day to you, a man in form, you know, human skin, but inside it's mostly feces. So Epic took the Friday slot, and then Keemstar was like, yo, what gives, dudes? I'm Keemstar. Why aren't you communicating with me? I'm so important. And Epic was like, yeah, okay, whatever. And so they split the YouTubers and the Twitch streamers and the influencers in half, and Keemstar took his half of whatever, and Epic took half. But honestly, there's like 1 million fucking Fortnite influencers, so you could have 1,000 tournaments and you'd still have leftover YouTubers with less views than my channel. So who gives a shit? Like, honestly, ultimately, Fortnite and Epic Games has the right to put the tournaments whenever the fuck they want. It's their game. They aren't beholden to any YouTuber or influencer or Twitch streamer, and the belief that you have some sort of control or ownership over anything as those people is fucking laughable. They could DMCA your entire channel and you would have no legal recourse, because ultimately streaming someone else's game is not legally protected. So, you know, just thank your stars they don't do that. Do the best you can with your tournaments. Move on with your fucking life. Keemstar, you make most of your money being a shithead anyway, so I don't know why you're so worried about goddamn Fortnite. Keep it moving, though. Fortnite cheating controversy. That's the other part. Fortnite's having issues with the community. you know, a small portion of the community that is attached to Keemstar, like the male anglerfish attaches to the female, are also upset about a cheating controversy in Fortnite on the PlayStation tournaments. They said this young man was cheating. They said that it was unfair that he was using a keyboard and mouse, and they brought those in no uncertain terms to the subreddit, at which point Epic said, hey, we read all this, we checked all this on our side, we checked the back end, we checked all his connections, we checked if he made any duplicate accounts. He didn't, so he didn't cheat, or at least we couldn't verify that he cheated, and keyboard and mouse is allowed, and we never said it wasn't. And then the subreddit went "Ree!" and had a fucking meltdown, and now they're just upset at everything, and upset that Epic isn't punishing these people for things that they feel like are slights against them, as opposed to actual, you know, documented violations of the game. You are never going to be happy if you feel slighted. You're never going to feel like the company did enough if the person who you think cheated you got away with it, whether they cheated you or not, whether you're not just a fucking rube and you got you know, conned. Either way, Epic said he's good. He didn't break the rules, and whatever that guy said is probably trolling you just because he knows he can get away with it now. And you can either fucking buck up and accept that and be better at the game and win the next tournament, or you can go play something else, or you can let your hatred and your Reddit bitterness consume you, and you can be one of those people that ends up, you know, going to jail for one or another video game related crime. So my advice to you, either play something else or get over it. That's it for this week in esports. My name is Chef Lubu. You can find me on Twitter at chef_LU_BU. If you want to fight me, meet me in the streets, punk ass. I will see you next week for next week's Week in Esports.